guys, it's Gregory and welcome back to another episode of Boy Meets Beauty. Fabulous to see you all as always. So a lot of you have asked me to do this video, and so today we're talking about do's and don'ts for acne skin. Now, what I'm gonna do here is give you some tips and tricks for caring for acne skin at home. And then I will put in the description my current recommendations and favorites for acne skin that you guys can kind of click through and check out. But get comfy, get a pad and paper, because these tips are going to help you really streamline your regimen and hopefully get you some more success in taking care of your acne skin. Now, number one rule for acne skin, and y'all should know this, but you never listen, do not pick your skin and do not over scrub your skin. This is like so bad for your skin. You're gonna you're not gonna get the infection out. You're gonna cause scarring and demarcation, inflammation. It's gonna make it worse. So nope, no picking. Also scrubbing. You don't want to scrub acne skin with, beads or a brush, because what that's going to do is potentially break and irritate that surface, that pimple, and move that infection to other areas of the face. So your exfoliation should come from something that's more chemical based, like, an alpha hydroxyglycolic pad per se, or maybe a salicylic acid serum. But scrubbing is a no-no. Brushing, any kind of weird textured sponge, no, and no on the picking. So don't forget that. I made y'all swear on Vogue before, so don't make me do it again. Next thing, ingredients. Try different ingredients. People tend to buy, but they're not looking at what those ingredients are, and a lot of acne products use the same one. So if you've been trying a whole bunch of stuff that's benzoyl peroxide without luck, well, it's time to try something different like salicylic acid or sulfur. Try a couple of new products, introduce them one or two at a time, so that way you really know what's working. If you're trying like 5 or 6 products that are brand new, you're not gonna know which one's which. So try a new cleanser and a new mask, or a new spot treatment and a new toner. That way you can look and say, ooh, this salicylic acid toner really works wonders for me, but wow, this sulfur mask is everything. How are you gonna keep track of this? You are gonna keep a little skincare journal. Dear diary, my skin looks on fleek this week because of that new mask that I did last week. A lot of acne skin, it's really about controlling and not curing it. And that comes with trial and error, and it requires patience. But what's gonna help you really streamline and hone in on the products and ingredients that are working for you is to keep a skincare journal for easy reference. So do it. You can do it on your phone. It's super easy. And you'll be glad you did, because you're gonna find out what's working best for you. Just because your friend used it and they've got the same skin type doesn't mean it's gonna be the same for you. So this is how you're gonna find out why. Next, keep your oil and water in balance. You definitely want to make sure you're hydrating the skin with a lot of really hydrating products, and you want to keep oil use to a minimum. Yes, oil-free is good, but like we've talked about in the past, oil-free can sometimes mean that it replaces it with a synthetic oil. I know, shady. So don't be afraid if a product is for an oily or breakout-prone skin type that has a little bit of oil. Don't be afraid of that. It's okay, because a little bit of oil on the skin is going to make sure that the oil glands don't overproduce, and there's a lot of oils that can actually help that type of skin. You just want to use them minimally. So keep the oil and water balance nice, keep these to a minimum, and make sure you're doing lots of nice hydration and not over drying the skin. Next, watch what you eat, because, oh my God, num. I want one of everything, especially that pink donut looks delicious. I know, right? We would all want a bite of these, but foods that are high in sugar and foods that have dairy in them are shown to cause inflammation and breakouts in acne-prone skin. So you're gonna wanna keep all this deliciousness to a minimum. Yes, once in a rare while, have a couple bites. We all deserve a splurge, but really avoid them on a whole. Next thing, keep your face super clean. This is so important. You want to use a nice gentle cleanser in the morning and use something with some treatment like benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid at night. Now, a good way to gauge whether or not your cleanser is effective is it shouldn't feel like this. Your skin shouldn't feel 2 sizes too tight after a cleanser. It should feel comfortable and slightly moist, not over dry, because if your skin cleanser is drying out your skin and drying out the surface of the skin and making it feel tight, it means it's stripping it. And what that's going to do is just make those oil glands pump up more oil. So you want a cleanser that's going to create a balancing effect while it cleanses and not overstrip and dry. In keeping line with keeping your face nice and clean, wash your makeup brushes frequently. You want to make sure that you're not just constantly using the same thing and spreading those oils back over the face. So use a brush off, wash them once a week in warm soapy water. Baby shampoo is a great option. And sponges, toss them. Get disposable sponges and replace it every few days. They're gross.com. They're breeding grounds for bacteria. You know, makeup, cleansing sponges, it's like, ugh. I have people come in, they're like, I'm using a cleansing sponge. I'm like, oh God. Not a great option because of the fact that it's going to harbor bacteria. Also, keep in mind your pillowcase. You sleep on this guy every night, and there you are, pressed up against it so the oils get embedded in there. Keep this nice and clean. Change it twice a week because you're pressed up against it for hours a night. So if you're not cleaning it, it can get gross and just cause all of that oil to be trapped back onto the skin. Another thing that people overlook is this. They're all like the Grudge with like the hair and the face, and then they're touching the face. Don't do that. If you're having problems with breakouts, keep your hair back, because as that hair brushes against your face, the product that you have in there can leave a residue on the skin and clog your pores. And your hands should never touch your face. You handle money and doors and it's gross, gross, gross. You're going to spread and deposit bacteria and dirt and debris. So it's a big no-no. Last but not least, if you have been trying all of these tips and tricks for a long time, you've been diligent, you've been patient, and you're not having success, go to a dermatologist, because you may be at the point where you need a professional prescription, a medical prescription, and your doctor is there to help you with that. Yes, an esthetician like myself can help you with peels and specialty treatments and recommending products, but you may need to go under the care of a dermatologist. And then you'll be able to use something that's a prescription, get more success, and then you can still come back and see an esthetician, because we'll know what can and cannot work with your new prescription and what you're on, okay? So let's review. No picking and scrubbing. We don't want to spread bacteria. Try different ingredients and keep a journal to gauge which one is working the most effectively for your skin and that you're seeing the best results with, and track your progress. Avoid food that is high in sugar and dairy to avoid triggering any kind of breakouts. And keep your face nice and clean, but don't overstrip it. Also, make sure you're keeping makeup brushes nice and clean, pillowcases clean, replacing your sponges, and keeping hair and hands away from the face. And last but not least, if you are absolutely desperado, go see a doctor. So those are some tips and tricks that a lot of people overlook for acne skin, and I think they're going to help you out a lot. For my recommendations on what I suggest to my clients and friends for acne treatment, click on through down below and check out some products. Don't forget to follow me on social media at GregorsLA at Instagram and Twitter, Gregory Dillon on Pinterest, and don't miss out on my blog, GregoryDillonBeauty.com/blog. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you soon, and as always, keep it beautiful.